Hey, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Kwakadash, Yahweh, who the world only calls God. Yahweh Shai, who the world only calls Jesus, when he give double honors to the apostles of great millstone. Of course, Tommy this truth, and when he give peace and blessings to the I came across the four corners of the earth. We teach the truth from rest that like to do so. It's going to be a quick video. Lord willing, the video is edifying. Lord, I can do get something from this video. I'm going to get a couple precepts here in Sirach 36 and go on down. I always mention this before I do a lesson on the book of Sirach or the book of Proverbs. For bros that are newer in the faith, I'll call them the building books, right? And you'll most likely hear me say that every time I do a video, mentioning Sirach or mentioning the book of Proverbs. And the reason why I call them building books is because they teach you how to walk this walk, right? It gives you, it gives you the mindset you should have, and it gives you the, like, a righteous lens and wisdom, to dwell in this wicked ass world, man, and how to move in this wicked ass world. It's like a navigation to basically, stay righteous to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? And we need that more than ever, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's nothing else out here that is pushing you to be righteous outside of the brothers, outside of the ICAM, outside of the elders of Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing else out here. Everything out here is wicked. Everything out here is telling you to indulge in bullshit, right? And give in to bullshit, right? So therefore, you could be on a low vibration, which is wicked, which is wickedness, I should say. Because guess what, man? When you vibrating low for real, that's when you get into vices. You get into all kind of shit. What it say? It's the saying in the world, and it's kind of similar in the scriptures. It says, "An idle mind is the devil's workshop." Right? Let me go here though. I think it says something idle. I think it's in Sirach as well. Hold on. Yes, in labor. Yeah, Sirach 33 and 27. It says, they got a couple actually. But I started, just the point. Sirach 33 and 27, it says, "Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil." So idleness teacheth much evil. Idleness is you sitting there, boy, your mind get to wondering. Your brain is powerful, man. I was reading this book called The Power of the Subconscious Mind. And it's one passage in the book. It says thought is incipient to action, or kind of paraphrasing the passage, but before you could do something, you think about it first. You know what I'm saying? If you're sitting there just thinking and not doing, well, guess what? Your flesh is going to take over. Hey, you should do this. Hey, that little voice in your head, man, that's telling you to do some bullshit. And then not just the voice, but what's aiding the voice? What's giving the voice gasoline and fuel to drive? Well, the world and everything in it, man. The world ain't never been as wicked as it is now, man. But why is that? Because the earth, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked. We understand. But when you go to Psalms 58 and 3, it talks about the poison that is spread. The poison that America upholds in the world motivates the world to do bullshit. Right? Quick little testimony. I went to a wedding a couple days ago. And the wedding I went to, they were from Africa, right? And I'll just say this. It's a big difference between the American women, African women, that are actually from Africa, that been here for a minute, and the African women that barely just got here. Big ass difference. Well, what's the difference? The difference is that motherfuckers get to America and think that, oh, it's the way to go, right? To the point where one told me that, oh, we're trying to change tradition. But what's allowing you to even have the mind to change certain things about the tradition that you had back in Africa? Well, America. It puts that battery in your back to think that you have say so. It puts the rulers thereof, puts that battery in your back to think that, just because it feel good is right. It's just because it tickles your fancy that it's the right thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. Not everything that tastes good is good for you. Not everything that feel good is good for you. Sometimes the most bitter shit be the best for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a what is it? Is it soursop? Soursop bitter? That's some of the nastiest shit I ever tasted, man. But when you look up soursop bitter benefits, it's amazing what it do for the body. Even wormwood, right? Wormwood is bitter as fuck. You trying to kill parasites, right? You get you can use wormwood, right? Mixed with some other things, but you could mix wormwood with whatever else kills parasites. Take wormwood, but it's bitter, super bitter. So, motherfucker be like, oh, I ain't eating that or drinking that because it don't taste good. I ain't doing that because it don't feel good. Well, all you're doing is catering to the flesh. And the flesh gonna lead you down a motherfucking rabbit hole that only the Most High can pull you out of if he wants to. And that's why we all need mercy. Real talk. It's like if I sound a little tired, man, I just got off a long ass flight. And I had the middle seat on both flights. You know what I'm saying? So, Lord willing, if I sound a little less energetic. But either way, the job still got to be done. So let's get into the scriptures, man. This is Sirach 36:1. It says, have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us. And send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. And guess what? When fear is going to be on these nations, man, is when we're in rule. When they see just how glorious. Because, you got nations that think that know that Jake is glorious right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're glorious now, even in our captivity. But if you think we glorious now, wait till them curses is lifted off. Oh, man. You're going to know the difference between a Jake and a heathen. Quick, fast. Ain't gonna be no, oh, they might be African, they might be, no, ain't gonna be, you're gonna know the difference between him and Israel, quick. Just like in ancient Egypt, right? I was actually thinking about this, maybe because I was around all of Africans, but what the Egyptian women were saying, oh, the Israelite women are lively. Yeah, for sure. So they know the difference, man. Okay? But when we're in our glory and we're in our power, it's going to be a distinct difference. Ain't going to be no questioning. You're going to know who the Lord is with. The world will know. It says, lift up thy hand against the strange nations and let them see thy power. And the importance of that and why that's going to happen is because right now, it seems like the wicked is winning, right? It seems like the more evil you is, the more blessings you get, right? But it's only going to lead to damnation. That's all it is. Because the wicked is preserved for the day of destruction. There's going to be a time and a day where you're going to know, oh, this is definitely the Most High doing this to the world. Okay? It says, as thou wast sanctified in us before them, so be thou magnified among them before us. And let them know thee as we have known thee. How has the Israelites have known the Lord? Well, we've been punished. We've also been blessed as well. But we seen what the Lord will do when you're on his bad side, man. When you read the curses, man, Deuteronomy 28, you go to 16 on down, it goes into the curses, man. All those has happened, and then this happened into the children of Israel, period. Period. Okay, but guess what? When those curses are lifted off, you nations are going to be under that. You're going to be fucked up. But scripture says you should drink of the cup. You're going to drink the dregs thereof, man. Okay? It says, and I'm going to run 5 back. It says, let them know thee as we have known thee, that there is no power but only thou, O Yahweh. Show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. Raise up indignation and pour out wrath. Take away the adversary, and destroy the enemy. Who's our enemies? All the other nations. Which you're gonna be fucked up, man. You got a punishment, right? You got some things you have to pay for. Okay, it says, "Sake the time short, remember the covenant, and let them declare thy wonderful works. Let him that escapeth be consumed by the rage of the fire, and let them perish that oppress the people." And which one of you nations have not oppressed the people? Which one of you nations have not did bad to us, or when you did good when you think you did good to us and made it appear that you did good to us, it was only just to benefit you more in the back end. Like the Lord don't see that. Come on, the Lord sees that. It's not genuine. But you're not going to be genuine to Jake because you're hardwired to hate Jake. You're hardwired to go against us, man. When you go to Psalms 84, it talks about our enemies, man, being in confederate with each other. Right? Y'all profit off of these niggas knocking each other down. Y'all profit off of pain music, which they call rap music. You know what I'm saying? Which, and I listen to it. Don't get me wrong. I can relate to some of the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just, grew up and seeing things in the environment and in the culture that we uphold, which is all bullshit. The street culture and, street nigga shit and this and that, woo woo, which is all dumb and it all leads to damnation. You know what I'm saying? It's all dumb. All that shit is dumb. But guess who benefit off that, man? All the nations benefit off that. You niggas rapping about each other, beefing with each other, killing each other, portraying these different things in movies and all that. It's the saying in the world, he that controls images controls mind. So, if you put a gangbanging movie out and make it catchy with good-ass music, what you think niggas gonna do? They're gonna leave the theater gangbanging. They're gonna leave the theater, with all these niggas in the group chat talking about what we gonna name this gang and what we gonna do and how we gonna, make our name known in the city. You know what I'm saying? And you guys know that. That's why you push it. That's why you pay so much for it, because people profit off of Israel's hurt. Period. Okay, smite in sunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen, that say there is none other but we. And they say that. Not only do they say that, they show that. Right? They think that they show that. They show that. They show what they believe. They show that they believe in themselves. They show that they believe in their gods, which are no gods. Okay? Because if they hate his people, you think they love the Lord? Stop it. These heathens are pieces of shit, man. Period. Period. And that's why they got what they got coming to them. It says, smite asunder the heads of the rulers of the heathen that say there is none other but we. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thy term. Aslakia. Gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. And it would, because when you, again, Deuteronomy 28:1 all the way down to 15, or 14, it talks about 14 and 15, if I'm not mistaken, it talks about the blessings that we receive. You know what I'm saying? And how we're going to have these nations, oppressed and under us in due time. Okay, the Lord what? He said he made Israel separate for himself. We are a special people, not the other nations. Okay, it says, gather all the tribes of Jacob together and inherit thou them as from the beginning. O Lord, have mercy upon the people that is called by thy name, which is the Israelites, and upon Israel, whom thou hast named thy firstborn. O be merciful unto Jerusalem, thy holy city, the place of thy rest. Okay, and this is what we all hope, us being Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Us being, Lord willing, we part of the elect, 144,000 or the 1/3. You know what I'm saying? This is the mindset we have. You know what I mean? 2/3 ain't having this mindset. They don't give a fuck. The niggas in the world, man. Doing all kind of shit. Stirring up all kind of mess, man. Being more wicked than the heathen is and making it look attractive, and ain't nothing attractive about being evil. Okay? There's nothing attractive about being evil. It only leads to bullshit. Okay? Hey, so with that, man, or it leads to the worst of the worst. Okay? So repent and get right, before that day. And I'm talking to Jake, including myself, man, to the best of my ability. So with that, man, and to the best of your ability. So with that, man, love the videos, edifying, lonely icon. Got something for this video. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kwakadash. I want to tell you brothers, keep pushing on to the next. Shalom.